In each of us, there burns the soul of a podcaster. In every generation, a few are chosen to prove it. Long ago, that fate compelled two friends to watch and discuss every piece of Mortal Kombat media they could find. Now, Corey and Neil must join forces to rewatch every episode of Mortal Kombat Conquest in a new way.
MK Podquest.
Commentaries.
I think the greatest decision that we can make for ourselves in this particular moment is recording a podcast.
Yeah, we got to capture this energy, this goddamn Australian lemonade monster energy juice.
Yeah, it's going to get warm if we don't hurry up.
Holy shit, dude. And this is not like zero sugar like I normally drink. This is just like sugar.
This is fuck me up. This is Corey can't drink it anymore.
And it has fucked me up. I think 46 grams of added sugars.
46?
46 grams, baby.
Bro, you're going to die.
Hopefully, I get the episode
Someday.
out before that happens.
Before the Australian
But we'll
drink
see.
lemon poison kills me. Bro, really quick, I tried making a smoothie this morning, and my proportions, dude, I got it way the fuck wrong. It
Oh,
tasted
no.
like ass.
What did you do? How did
It
you...
was frozen berry blend,
Uh-huh.
yogurt,
Yeah.
and then instead of water, I used orange juice, and there was a piece of a banana in it.
Hit a little too much orange juice is what I'm going to wager.
Oh, yeah, and also I think something was up with the yogurt as well. The yogurt's new, but I think something was off with it.
Just a bad batch.
Maybe a little
you know.
bit. Yeah, just a bad batch.
One too many active or inactive cultures.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, anyway, that was bad. So I've had a bad drink experience today.
That sucks. But you had a good one, and I think the listeners just heard it, unless I forgot to insert it into the episode.
I mean, I certainly hope you inserted it, because otherwise the whole conversation we're about to have.
You know what? We're gonna insert it now.
What's up? Welcome back to the first installment, potentially only installment, of what I'm going to call Corey's Impromptu MK Podquest Drink Zone Q Guitar Solo. And this is basically born of the fact that I bought a weird drink and it's nowhere near a Sunday. So I didn't want this to go to waste. I'm not having the greatest day, little bit mild over here. So I figured I would take this bottle of zero sugar electrolytes Propel from the makers of G Gatorade, berry flavored electrolyte water beverage, which I think is the funniest name we've maybe ever encountered for a drink. Water beverage. Who would have thought? In 2022, we could create water as a drink now. No calories, no sugar, not much of anything. By all accounts, this is just flavored water that they put electrolytes in. It's kind of reminding me of, if you're familiar with the drink Pocari Sweat, which is, I believe, a Japanese drink. It's like clear Gatorade, basically. I drank it in Vietnam one time. It was pretty cool. It looks a lot like Gatorade's riff on that. This is berry flavored, as mentioned. There's also grape, which sounds like I'd rather die, and strawberry kiwi, which really just sounds like it's doing too much. Let's get this open. Oh my god. I just opened it, and it shot water absolutely fucking everywhere. I'm completely soaking wet now, but that's what content's for, so I'm gonna... It's got one of those, like, activatable sports caps where you could reseal it, and now my desk is wet, and I'm wet, and the bottle's wet, and I can barely smell a goddamn thing through this fucking plastic cap. Faintly berry. Okay, you can taste it way, way, way more when you drink it. I guess that would make sense because my nose wasn't drinking it. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, this is just berry water. This is like if they made like sports LaCroix. But it was... I assume it tasted more like the flavor on the can than LaCroix ever did. I would drink a whole bottle of this. I mean, I'm gonna because I bought it. But I also would if I hadn't. No calories, bro, in this economy? Shit. Electrolytes, bro? Fuck. Yeah, this is zero sugar electrolytes Propel from the makers of G Gatorade berry electrolyte water beverage. and this has been the first, potentially last installment of Corey's MK Podquest Impromptu Drink Zone insert guitar solo.
God damn it, on a nice preset edit point that I just ruined by talking about how good that is. Corey, you've never had electrolyte water beverage before? Is that not a thing up there?
In Canada?
Yeah.
I mean, well, I guess it is now, certainly. But never had I picked up a bottle in a store and read the bottle and had it say, oh, this is electrolyte water beverage. Obviously.
You just like walked past it in the past.
No, I don't think. Well, I mean, like if it was there, it wasn't like a conscious, I just don't want to deal.
Okay.
It was like I wasn't even aware of it.
Gotcha.
As mentioned, I've had drinks that feel similar to that in other countries.
Okay. Maybe the United States is one of them.
It was Vietnam.
I know, but I'm saying additional other countries. This could have been one of them.
I'm sure you guys have Gatorade, or what did I say? I'm sure you guys have zero sugar.
Let's go back to the clip.
Zero sugar electrolytes Propel from the makers of G Gatorade. Berry flavored electrolyte water beverage. I did want to see if I could get it right, but then it dawned on me that there was just no fucking chance. I'll get close. Let me try to get close.
Sure.
I believe what I said was zero sugar mixed berry Propel from the makers of G Gatorade electrolyte water beverage, I believe is what I said.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we just heard the tape again.
Play the tape again?
Yeah, I'm going to put the clip in twice.
Yeah, play it again. Pull that up, Jamie. Zero sugar electrolytes Propel from the makers of G Gatorade. Berry flavored electrolyte water beverage. Okay, so you told me you had questions
fun over here
about the. You told me you had questions about the electrolyte water beverage.
My main question was, had never like experienced or even heard of this before? It sounded so foreign to you. And it's just like a daily part of life here in Florida where it's humid as all get out every day of the year, all the time now.
Right. I mean, I live in like a fairly humid place in the summer, but like it's that thing where like the electrolyte beverage that I'd go to was like Gatorade from the makers of Gatorade and not Propel from the makers of G Gatorade.
But like you never felt like Gatorade is like a little too heavy, a little too sugary? Because we're already in agreement that G2, the sugar-free version, absolutely sucks and nobody should drink it ever.
Oh yeah, it's absolute dick piss beverage. It absolutely sucks.
But Propel was like, it's a lighter,
the flavor is so strong though.
It's they hit a little hard on that. But like there's a whole, like there are competitive electrolyte water drinks.
Give me some examples.
There's one, well, obviously Pedialyte, right?
That's an electrolyte water beverage?
It's a beverage that you give to kids when they're sick and adults when they're hungover.
I thought Pedialyte was like a breakfast drink, like a breakfast replacement drink.
No, it's like
what am I thinking of?
You think Carnation instant breakfast, maybe?
Or like Ensure?
Ensure, sure. But the big competitor to Propel here is a brand called Electrolit.
Yeah.
Get it? Electrolit.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
And boy, if you want to pay $5 for an electrolyte beverage at a Circle K, that's your go-to, baby.
Electrolit, I actually know why I've heard of this. Sponsor of an IndyCar driver.
There you go. He's probably
or at least he posts like he's drinking it.
Got a Camelback of Electrolit in that car. Get him through those races. Instant hydration. It is good stuff. It costs too much money.
Well, G Gatorade is getting into the field. As mentioned, that my experience with what I believe to be an electrolyte water beverage was Pocari Sweat, which is the funniest name maybe a drink has ever had. Because it's really on the nose of like, hey, if you sweat a lot, drink this.
That is like,
we're just gonna put sweat in the name.
Like the old Gatorade commercials where they were like sweating the color of the Gatorade they drank. Which
that was
some
pretty
reason
gnarly.
Sold Gatorade. I don't know how, but it did. It's like they squeegee all of that off into a bottle and then sell it as Pocari Sweat.
Did you have the commercials that were like, you know what the greatest thing you can drink after a workout is? It's chocolate milk, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, the fucking milk ads are insane. Yes. Jesus Christ.
Dude, the Canadian fucking dairy lobby must go absolutely feral trying to get those ads on TV. Like,
throw out that electrolyte, get rid of that Pedialyte or whatever.
Do you want to drink
Propel
whole milk after playing 4 hours of basketball?
Chug an ice cold glass of chocolatey whole milk.
Hi, I'm Kevin Durant. Do you want to drink chocolate milk with me?
Hey, kids.
If you find the secret drink with the mooing carton, you can spend 35 minutes with Kevin Durant.
Hell of a callback. I remember that.
Because that's his number.
Christ.
He wears 35, right, Kevin Durant?
Sure. Hey, kids. Do you want to immediately vomit after your basketball game? Chug some chocolate milk.
Yeah. Do you like that callback to like a year ago at least?
At least. I think longer.
Fucking
damn.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, embarrassing Ensure story. I grew up as a little tiny scrawny kid who didn't know he was a little tiny scrawny kid, right? I thought I was just like a normal sized 6th grade boy until one day I came home and my parents were both like, hey, Neil, you know that checkup you had with your doctor a couple weeks ago? Well, we're going to need you to drink a can of this Ensure every single day because you need to put on weight and bulk up.
Huh.
We're afraid you're not getting enough nutrition and doctor's a little worried about you.
So you got to drink Ensure.
So drink this nutritional drink that is meant to help old people stay upright and keep their bones from crumbling into dust.
We've seen what happens to crumbling into dust.
Sure, yeah. I was in dangerously close to monk crumbling, for sure.
You were drinking the wrong water.
Yeah, maybe that's
you
the
had to
problem.
be drinking 0 sugar mixed berry Propel from the makers of Gatorade electrolyte water beverage.
Yes. So my long life of body issues, I blame on Ensure.
Christ. So all of my problems,
yeah, stem from the fact that my parents made me drink a nutritional drink for old people at the doctor's orders.
If it makes you feel better, I'm taking a medication for old people. So like,
just say it to my face, Dr. Goldschmidt. That's his real name.
Just say my shit's all fucked up.
Just tell this 13-year-old
doctor
boy.
Walks in, looks at a child, says, "Hey kid, oh man, dude, what are you fucking doing? Fuck your shit, it's all fucked up. Fuck, dude.
I feel like
fucking your shit's up."
What the fuck are you doing, little boy? No, this is all wrong. This is all wrong.
He makes you watch that fucking I Think You Should Leave Skid Him at the Muscular Boys. Oh, fuck, dude.
I'm having like
fucking bones and muscles. Dude, they're so bad. Fuck.
We gotta get you. We gotta get you on this old person drink now.
You gotta look like Bryan Rath Clark, bro.
Have you seen Mortal Kombat Conquest? All right. If not Bryan Rath Clark, we got to get you like you should be a Silk Manning, but you're not.
Yeah, you're a silk baby.
I'm like, well, I'm 12, and he's like, I don't fucking care, kid.
Yeah, adult. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. Would it kill you to eat a Twinkie? Come on, you're dangerously underweight. And now I understand why all the girls I liked in middle school kept calling me adorable.
But I'm not projecting, if that's what you're wondering.
Yeah, I wasn't bitter about it. Don't get me wrong. I promise. I promise you I wasn't. I promise you I wasn't bitter about it. I was like, oh, cool. I'm adorable. Not adorable anymore as a grown man. That's weird. That's getting cut out. Maybe the whole thing's going to get cut out. We'll see. This part will stay in where I say maybe the whole thing's going to get cut out and then they won't know what got cut out or not. Man, shit's weird, dude. Vibe is weird. I think we need to just watch some Mortal Kombat Conquest. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea.
Episode 13, Twisted Truths. You ready to find out who our combatant of the week is, Corey?
Mm-hmm.
The combatant of the week.
A reptile dysfunction.
Oh, shit. It's our first reptile episode, dude. Bringing it back. Paul and Dakota tag teaming that sound drop, much like Bryan Rath Clark probably did with some other wrestlers in his famous legendary career. This is also the one with Bryan Wrath Clark, a.k.a. Bryan E. Clark II, credited in this episode as Andrew Clark. As Burly Citizen, he's the runner-up for Combatant of the Week, because this is a Reptile episode, right?
Well, I mean, it's the Bryan Wrath Clark episode. When I asked what episode we were watching this week, that's what you said to me.
I did say it's the Bryan Wrath Clark episode. That is correct. This is the one with Tomas. This is the one where Taja gets a boyfriend who she immediately then loses to Reptile.
Yeah, Reptile starts dating Thomas.
While Kung Lao and Ciro decide that Tomas must be a fucking murderer.
Yeah, really overly protective dudes.
This is also the one where like 3 barmaids get like murdered. So
yeah,
super tight. I remember this being a fun one.
Yeah, I love it when people get indiscriminately killed.
Sure. It's what Mortal Kombat's all about, really, if you think about it.
Kind of the brand, yeah.
Yeah. So, countdown. Once again, we're going to go 3 round, whatever round this is. 13.
So you don't know what we're doing at all, based on how you just said all of that.
Well, hold on. I just had a shock.
Uh-huh.
This is the 13th episode, dude. That's
Friday the 13th.
That's pretty unlucky. And it's
that's why
like
this podcast is so bad.
First of all, this is stellar podcasting.
No, I think it's good. Yeah.
Fuck you. But you know how like tall buildings, do you use this in Canada? Do you do this in Canada where tall buildings, they won't have a 13th floor? Or specifically,
some of them do that, yeah.
They'll have a 13th floor, but they won't call it that. So it's just like everyone's living a lie.
12, 14.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
If you're in Gotham City, the 13th floor is unlisted, and that's where the Court of Owls hangs out. That's canon.
Is there a button for that?
No, it's the floor is still there. You just can't get to it from the elevator.
So if you take the stairs, you discover like a big secret society?
Well, like usually like a hideout for like one dude, like one operative, like one Talon, right? But like they're all over the place, man. Secret society shit. So I'm not going to say round, you know, I'm just going to do the countdown because I don't want to be unlucky. So is everybody ready? Corey, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
I am not.
Why'd you ask then?
Okay, now I am ready.
Neil, are you ready?
Yes. Do you want to do the countdown?
Sure. But don't say round 13.
Yeah, don't say it.
The unlucky one?
You just said it.
Don't say round 13.
Don't say it.
Okay. If I say it again, does it show up in my house?
It might. Might come out of your mirror. Watch out.
Whoa. Ha-ho. Round 13.
Oh no, Corey, no. What's going on? Shit. Everyone. This is the stupidest thing we've ever done.
It's the round that makes you old.
Oh no.
It's small.
Somebody get Corey some Ensure. He's an old man now. We're back.
It's the round that makes you old. Come on, Diane. We're going to be late for the round that makes you old.
Jesus.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Fight. Fight means go, everybody. People are saying this. Holy shit.
Are you hearing the audio through my... I've got that fader down, so it should be good.
No, I'm hearing that cool synth.
Damn. Look at all these good-looking people immediately at Juji and Applebee's.
Thank you. Is it too late to get something to eat? A little stew?
This is the guy... So Tomas is the one that I was like, no, this is classic Johnny Cage ancestor, right? This guy's got like real Mediterranean war cult energy, doesn't he? Are you there?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
I don't have any jokes yet.
I have any joke. You're just like lost in the eyes of Tomas.
Well, all they said was that he's nice and polite. And I'm
And
like,
I think this is Magda.
yeah.
Tomas, played by Alexander Walters. Look at that jaw, dude. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he does look like the most like we need a dude who's like the casting call just said chiseled. That's like all it said.
So he was fresh off of a role in Dunstan Checks In as William and 75 episodes of As the World Turns as Mark Kasnoff. He then did this episode of Mortal Kombat Conquest where he plays Tomas, and then immediately an episode of Baywatch where he plays Cliff Tyler in the episode Soul Survivor. Which
That's everybody's favorite episode.
That's season 11 Baywatch. That's pretty late in the game here. Then he did a TV movie called Wildfire 7 and 14 episodes of Days of Our Lives.
Sorry.
Are you laughing at Magda getting
I just sort of forgot
murdered?
that's what that looked like, where nothing really happens to her.
An invisible tongue just chokes her out.
Yeah.
Pretty fucked. Intro, Paul, in case they cut that out of the Australian version. Though I've been too jacked up on Aussie Lemonade Monster Drink to remember to include it on this episode. I believe that was I believe that was Dorian John as Magda.
Happy
We've seen
belated
her.
birthday to Daniel Bernhardt.
Oh yeah, shout out to Daniel Bernhardt. We know he listens.
I'm gonna say that every episode.
So we saw
I can say that every episode for the rest of the year, and then we start saying happy early birthday to Daniel Bernhardt once 2023 rolls around.
There you go. I like it. Dorian John played Magda, the waitress. We saw her in the Quan Chi episode and now in The Twisted Truth. This is obviously, we just saw her die. So this was her last episode of Mortal Kombat Conquest. Fair. And that is her only credits, by the way. 2 episodes of Conquest, and that was it.
Get in, get out.
Yeah. I mean, she peaked, right? Special appearance by Brian Rath Clark. Hell yeah. Taja again doing
everyone's favorite Rath Clark.
The only one working at the trading post as usual is Taja. She's the only reason they're not all out on the street.
May I help you?
Are you Kung Lao? Yes. Finally.
Finally.
I've come a long way for this.
I'm here to get my arms broken.
Yeah. I hear you've been breaking a lot of arms.
I'm here. You're so good at breaking arms, dude. And
Try
I gotta
breaking
tell you,
these arms, and he flexes.
I hate having arms. Functional arms, non-functional arms.
I've been trying to get rid of these arms for thousands of miles. I've been traveling for months to get rid of these arms.
That's all I'm saying.
Please
dude.
take them.
My
Attach them
village
to
is
your
high
body.
in the northern mountains.
Take these arms, attach them to your body as if they were your own, so you can go toe to toe with Goro. Right?
Yeah.
Kung Lao's like, who's Goro?
The course correction for fighting a guy with 4 arms is having as few arms as possible.
Less for those arms to grab onto, dude. You're onto something here. I like how they're immediately like setting up the I don't know that we trust you, because if you were supposed to fight in Mortal Kombat, you weren't here. And he's like, yeah, I got lost in an avalanche. Right?
Right.
He's like Kung Lao's immediately suspicious. Like, dude, shouldn't you be open to getting warriors? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it is weird that like as the guy who's like, hey, your whole job is to train like a new generation of warriors. Anytime one shows up, he either beats their ass too hard or he's like, I don't trust you.
Right. He gets a bunch of like fucking lamos who he could just like tears their arms out of their shoulder sockets. And he's like, oh, no one's strong enough. And then this guy shows up and he's like, I think you're too handsome and good looking to fight in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, you're too hot and cool.
Yeah.
There's only room for 3 hot and cool people here.
4 if you include the God of Thunder.
He doesn't live there though.
Right. Maybe he's a little jealous because like Taja's like, yeah, man. You know?
I do like the turn that we've got
is
here.
okay. My fuck up. This is Magda. Ella is the one who just died.
Yeah. I do like that the turn that we've got here
Yeah.
is that Zero has gone from being a real dick at this Applebee's to he's like friends with the staff.
Well, Magda, she is the one in the Quan Chi episode that he was being real gross to.
Yeah, so it's weird that he's sort of been able to make a turn.
Well, I think like he probably went to her and apologized and said, "Listen, I'm not going to blame it on the Netherrealm sand, but I'm going to be a better person now, and I'm sorry." Right? Like, hopefully he did that.
I'd believe him.
I mean, he had been polite up to that point, you know. Like, I'm not here to defend Zero. Actually, let's drop it. Let's talk about Alana de la Garza, the actor who played Ella, who is the one who died at the hands of the invisible monster. She was in an episode of Smallville in 2005 and 18 episodes of All My Children in 2001. After this Mortal Kombat Conquest was her first role. And she is currently on the TV series FBI. 58 episodes, and FBI Most Wanted, 9 episodes, and FBI International, 2 episodes.
It's a lot of spinoffs.
Yeah, but she went from International to Most Wanted to FBI, the TV series. So, hell yeah, good for you.
That
Alana
sounds like
de la
working
Garza.
backwards, but I guess it would be steps up just by virtue if you finally got to the one that they didn't feel compelled to put a subtitle on.
Sure. She also did Criminal Minds, Beyond Borders, Law and Order, SVU. So just like a ton of procedurals, NCIS, CSI.
I do like how Zero now feels like he has reason to be very suspicious. He's like, I want to beat you to death right now.
You're way too good looking.
And I think you killed somebody.
Alana
And
de
also
la Garza.
Vorpax is just sort of here.
God, look at that.
And also wearing blue.
That's
not right.
It looks good, though. That was a good blue.
But it's not right.
I know. She's famously green. We understand this. Bro, Alana de la Garza, 85 episodes of Law and Order. Holy shit.
85?
85 episodes of Law and Order. I feel like there's like 700 episodes of Law and Order. That's still like 10%, right?
Yeah, that's not an insignificant amount of Law and Order.
That's a huge amount of Law and Order.
Something tells me Kung Lao is a pretty good idea what he's opened his doors to, given how all the previous attempts to kill him have gone.
Right, sure. So, you've been chosen to kill Kung Lao, right? Look at that. Look at that reptile.
Say the line. He said Conquest. It's the name of the show. What are you laughing at? It's just...
What if that is a thing that happens every episode and we just never caught on?
Yes, one of my... Look straight into the camera. Mortal Kombat Conquest. He's saying it like he's presenting a showcase showdown and The Price is Right.
Yeah. Just like the silentest air horn goes off.
A Mortal Kombat Conquest. That's right. You could win one of two 1997 Mortal Kombat Conquest.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, the boys are fighting.
They're going to fight, dude. It's going to be Zero versus Tomas.
In a knit shirt.
Dude, he looks like, I'm just saying, like, he resembles Lyndon Ashby a little bit, right?
Yeah, he's got the vibe.
Like, I'm doubling down on my Tomas is a Johnny Cage ancestor. We're going to see him do the split kick later. It's going to rule. Also, he's absolutely kicking the shit out of Zero. Holy fuck.
It was close for a second there.
For barely a second.
But
as Vin Diesel once told us, it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning is winning. Ask any real racer. Right?
Yeah, it's really that they don't ask how, they ask how many of winning.
I like that they're kind of dressed the same too, but with different color shirts.
Yeah.
It's just like the same style of shirt though.
They're palette swaps of each other.
Kinda.
Daniel Bernhardt is really the dude you want in your fight scene if you want me to believe that the person that's beating his ass is good at fighting.
Yeah, because Daniel Bernhardt is good at fucking fighting.
But also, he'll fucking sell it, dude.
Yes.
Speaking of arms.
Jesus Christ. Now...
Well, somebody needed to lose an arm.
Commercial Paul. Oh, look at that little Bryan Rath Clark tease. Look at that burly citizen.
He said the thing.
Oh, he did.
Feel my Mortal Kombat Conquest.
Feel
commercials
my
are fun.
conquest. What if
I'm
he
sorry,
said
it was a reflex to break your arm.
Well, he said feel my wrath in this show, and then like in like WWF SmackDown or whatever he was on, he said feel my Mortal Kombat Conquest, like his cross promotion
On Stars.
coming up next on UPN or TNT or whatever this was on.
Oprah's network.
Mortal Kombat Conquest.
I just think that would be a funny inclusion to their lineup.
a Roku original.
It comes on after The View. It's like really going for the same time slot.
Hell yeah.
Now what you have to picture in your brain,
Bro.
listener, and I am sorry, is what you have to picture now is Meghan McCain cutting a promo for Mortal Kombat Conquest.
You just reminded me that I need to order my copy of WMAC Masters, the book.
Is there a book?
Yeah, there is. That's our next episode. I just decided we're going to watch WMAC Masters.
Man, Ciro sounds big time tired for real.
Bro, there's a whole bunch of WMAC Masters books. Fuck. All right, I'm going to do
Like
this.
they're
after.
narrative books? Like I don't
Sorry.
understand. Like they're like
we are recording
Goosebumps?
I don't know. We'll find out. We are recording a podcast. I need to focus.
Yeah, that's ever stopped us. As if doing a commentary about something that we're ostensibly paying attention to has ever stopped us from saying stupid, unrelated shit for 45 minutes.
It's true. But I honestly, like, I feel like I needed this. I feel like I needed some Mortal Kombat Conquest today, man. It's just been one of those weeks, you know.
Yeah.
And I think, like, look at the fucking lizard man, dude. It's so bad. I'm glad.
I feel like we haven't remarked on that enough.
The CGI, you know, camouflage lizard version of Reptile that crawls around. This is like a comedy scene where Tomas and Taja are walking through the market and the thing just keeps popping up
Oh
in
my
different
God.
places.
Sorry, we're going to talk about WMAC Masters books for a second. I'm sorry. I'm going to read this cover in the orders the words appear.
Uh-huh.
Based on the hit TV show, #1, Quest for the Dragon Star, WMAC Masters featuring action-packed photos and tips from martial arts experts. Martial arts are endorsed by the President's Council on Physical Fitness and Sports, Charles Hoffman.
Hell yeah.
There's something funny about, there's like this like starburst that just says, martial arts are endorsed by the President. So I don't think this is necessarily narrative. They
Quest for
say
the
it's
Dragon
got
Star.
tips.
Well, you need tips, right?
Okay, now I'm going to read the cover for something else.
But we're missing Taja and
Oh,
Tomas
yeah, we're
falling
talking
in
over the
love.
flirting. Sorry.
Yeah. He's like, so are you like fucking Ciro and
Are you
Kamau?
fucking the
And
guys? And
She's like, no. She's like, no, we're friends. And he's like, okay, tight. Can I
are
fuck
you
him? I mean,
flirting with me, Tomas?
he's
Bro,
like, good,
you've been
'cause-
here for 2 days and you're just like, hey, do you want to get together?
I mean, you got to admire the boldness. Like,
Hey, do you want to go play that bowling bocce ball game?
there was like instant chemistry between the two. Look at this.
I know
fucking
you like the game.
flat ass CGI lizard. Looks like it got ran over. Looks like just like a puddle on that column somehow.
Junk people will buy. LMAO. This is cute. I like this.
I like this too. I like Taja getting, you know, stuff
I love the
to do.
Bengals. Yeah, it is nice to see Taja. Like, I mean, you know, it's certainly not passing the Bechdel test by any stretch of the imagination, but it is nice
Yeah.
for her to like do something.
Sure. And I
That's
mean,
not
like,
get a chair thrown at her. Or,
yeah, and get
like,
instantly knocked out at the beginning of a fight by like a ninja on the ceiling, right?
Gift from my guest.
I like it. This is like a cute, like let's go to the farmer's market kind of date, right? Those are like good dates, you know? Yes, Sarah and I did go to a farmer's market when I was in South Carolina. And it was
Thanks
a
for
nice
asking.
time. All right.
Look,
We
I'm
had a
going.
good time.
I haven't been to that many farmers markets lately.
Not a lot of farmers around you.
No, I haven't been on Farmers Only at all.
No.
Farmers Only fans? Is that anything?
Ayo.
Let me guess. You're Mr. Kevin O'Leary. failed conservative leadership candidate Kevin O'Leary. Do you know about that? Kevin O'Leary tried to become like a prominent politician in Canada.
Okay.
It didn't go great.
It doesn't sound like it did.
It did not.
Has the Iron Sheik ran for office anywhere?
I mean, Iran, I guess, would be where. Isn't that where he's from?
Canadian businessman, entrepreneur, and television personality Kevin O'Leary, a.k.a. Mr. Wonderful.
Did he give himself that nickname? Because if he did, that's fucking embarrassing.
Let's find out.
What?
Dragon's Den, Shark Tank, whatever. Let's just assume he did. It is not the opening sentence on his Wikipedia page, so I don't know. So last episode of Conquest, Kung Lao got his ankle fucked up by Rain, and this time Zero got his shoulder fucked up by Tomas. Like, how much time do you think has passed between those two episodes? Like, enough for Kung Lao. Like, was he fully healed by the end of...
Let's say like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it can't be that long. Like,
They have like a sign up in the trading post, number of days since an accident, right? And they just have to reset it constantly. Number of days since an attempt on Kung Lao's life. This is good. This is good. He's checking in. Right?
This is good. This is good. Let's go. Sorry.
I mean, he's checking in. It's important. Like, he's really like...
Checking
like
in with her fucking back of her throat, dude. Sheesh.
Well, yeah, but he asked. He's like, am I going too fast? He wanted to make sure like they were on the same
Like
page.
they did say he was both hot and polite.
Sure. Yeah, and clearly both are true.
Checking in with the back of her throat. What a horrible sentence.
Yeah, that's staying in, by the way.
I know. It's funny. I stand by it. It's a funny thing to say. It's just like kind
Checking
of gross.
in with the back of her throat. Bro.
In this
Vorpax.
economy. And Vorpax was voyeurisming it.
Yeah, she was. Come on. We all were.
Finally on second viewing, we're getting a sense of what Vorpax is into sexually.
Quest for the Dragon Star, An Oral History of WMAC Masters. That's the book I'm talking about by Christopher Landis.
By Christopher Lambert?
We follow him on Twitter. He might follow us back. If not, I'm going to
Sorry, we're getting a cool fight flashback.
Oh, sick. That's right. So a lot of Zero getting his ass kicked, and a lot of everyone getting their asses kicked because it's their weakness, right?
Good thing Reptile has a completely dead-eyed look.
Reptile in this played by John Valera, who also plays him in 4 more episodes, even though this Reptile... I guess this Reptile does survive, doesn't he? And also does stunts on 4 episodes, including The Master. Yeah, chill out, bro. I am excited that we're getting into the Reptile era of the show.
I would love to see the TV show that is more like the Taja Tomas storyline we're getting, where it just happens to be a fantasy setting, but like fairly straightforward things are happening.
Sure. Like
That would be kind of neat.
Conan the Adventurer, maybe?
Is that show about like dating?
No, actually, it's not at all.
I can see my place from here.
You want like One Tree Hill, but set in Jujin.
Sure, I've never seen One Tree
Right.
Hill, but yeah,
Neither have I, but I'm pretty sure it's like a teen drama.
One Tree Hill cast.
Maybe like, sure, I'll do it. Fuck it. Why not? Do you want to watch The OC together?
Sure.
Never watched that either.
I've never watched Beverly Hills 90210.
Bro.
Do you want to watch every episode of The Young and the Restless?
Fuck it. Let's do it. There's only,
There's
what,
only about
700 of those?
800?
I'll keep us busy for a while.
Do you want to watch Conan the Destroyer?
Yes, I do actually. This is I kind of like that they're playing with Reptile, like being able to cloak. So like that's how he's able to sneak in and
Yeah.
Bye Magda. We don't know that yet.
Yeah, I know. I can see you.
John Valero, who plays Reptile, did one episode of VIP. Character named Yoshi
Damn,
in the episode.
Zero is so fucking hostile.
Magnificent Val. He is. Well, he's no longer, I'm just going to say it, the best looking person in the trading post.
No, but now he's also seen Tomas washing his hands late at night. There's going to be a murder. He probably had blood on his hands.
Sure.
Right. You know.
He's too handsome.
They're at a
to not
spooky
be
Halloween.
murderer.
They're at haunted Halloween nights or whatever the fuck it's called.
This is inside Magda's house. Is this like acid burn vapor? Or like...
She vapes a lot.
Does she just like
Commercial
hardcore
call.
into blowing thick clouds?
God, that
Right.
music sounds so out of place.
Too much incense, maybe.
I love Metallica.
Yeah, this music is really bad. That
Commercial's
is
over.
wildly.
It's like butt Metallica.
This episode is directed by Chip Chalmers. This episode, Chip Chalmers is famously the film professor that Ben Meckler had at FSU. It's the thing he's most well known for.
Disrespectful.
He's also second unit director on some Star Trek: The Next Generations, director on Star Trek: Deep Space Nine episodes. First
Yeah, I get
assistant
like you're
director.
doing the casting crew description over top of the announcement of her death.
Well, we just saw it. First assistant director on Miami Vice for 19 episodes. Dude's had a prolific career. Directed 12 episodes, or assistant directed 12 episodes of Melrose Place. There's a podcast for us. Hey, dude, he did 15 episodes of Beverly Hills 90210. We'll get to talk about him again on our Beverly Hills podcast.
Finally.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's something that Paolo Montalban does a lot on this show that I actually kind of like because it does feel distinct from just like it feels distinct from like trying to give like emotional weight to a scene just by being very careful. But anytime something like genuinely upsetting happens and he's trying to be like empathetic, he's not whispering, but he talks very softly, but it never feels contrived. It just feels like he's genuinely like feels for the person that he's talking to.
Oh, yeah. He has...
Like, just listen to how he's...
I know, he's being... Yeah, he's not being
Love this
goofy Kung Lao. He's being good actor Paolo Montalban. Right? I don't trust this lady. Setting up Tomas. Traveled in from 2 towns west of here. It's got to be him, right? Thanks to this lady we've never seen before. Totally take her at her word. So, Reptile moved the body, right?
Hey, Tomas, do you wear bracelets?
Was that steam and stuff that we saw, like, was that like from the forest floor when he moved the body? And like
Yeah, it
less
must be.
inside her house? That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Of course, it makes sense. If I just kill her inside her house, no one's going to know, right?
Taja being needlessly suspicious sounding. I'm just like, no. You can
Why
buy that
is-
shit anywhere. That shit sucks ass, dude.
So they are framing this. Shao Kahn was framing this as we're gonna bring out the weakness of the people at the trading post, Kung Lao and company, and then we're gonna exploit it. But they're putting a lot of energy into framing and ruining the reputation of a different warrior, right? Like, couldn't they just have put that effort into ruining the reputation of Kung Lao and Zero? Like, this is pretty successful. Couldn't they be like framing Kung
Right?
Lao
Like, why
for
aren't
these
they taking
murders?
like the modern political angle
exactly
of just like reputation and social murder?
right? Yeah, yeah. They could be turning this town against. Like, First of all, it was only a few weeks ago. Everyone in the town hated the crew anyway because Taja, like they were ready to they were hanging Taja from a tree for stealing, right? In the Quan Chi episode. They've already have a nebulous reputation in this city. Zero had a run-in with Magda that I'm sure she told people about. Shao Kahn could have been like, Reptile, go to town and start framing the combat crew for crimes. And the whole town will turn against them. That seems like a better plan, right?
It's certainly an option.
Seems like a plan that would actually work. Considering it's almost worked accidentally in the past.
Do you think that they're even intentionally framing Tomas, or it's just kind of... I guess they have to be because of the bracelet, but like they wouldn't know he was going to be up and washing his hands.
Well, that was an unlucky coincidence, but I think that they are trying to like...
But that's so crucial to this being effective, is the fact that he happened to be awake and doing something.
And caring about his hygiene and getting the dirt from under his fingernails. Why did this just pause? I'm a couple seconds behind you now.
Great. Really good at this whole commentary thing.
It'll
Don't worry,
fine.
this whole section is just going to be him fighting a wrestler for no reason in the woods.
Pretty much. Hey, Raiden's here. Didn't think
Sort
we
of
were gonna get any of him.
vibing. Does that mean Raiden does just hang out on Earthrealm when he's not like popping into their shit?
I guess so. He doesn't have a sky temple in this like he does in the games. Man, if I had a sky temple, I'd never leave home.
Yeah, man, you're God. Like,
yeah. But again, he's not Kung Lao's personal god. Oh boy, the fucking 90s. So he's gonna vouch for Tomas.
What else do you know about him?
Like what?
Is he capable of murder?
Murder?
Some women have died in town. One of them was a friend of Ciro's. Clues point to Tomas.
All I know is he's a world-class fighter. Whether he's also some sort of lunatic? You got me.
You have another problem. I think Taja's falling for him.
why does Raiden react like that to that line? Oh boy. Like, why does he say that?
I don't know.
You have good instincts. He's definitely a murderer. You have good instincts.
All of these boys are way too invested in Taja's personal love life. Like, it's the same shit they were doing to like her bola ball, boyfriend, right?
BBB, yep.
Like, what do you mean you're dating Taja? That's fucked, dude. She never mentioned you. It's none of your business, guys. Mind your business. She would tell you about it if she felt safe telling you about it, right?
I love the hit Capcom video game series Great Fighter.
Great, yeah. Whatever else Tomas may be, he is still a
Street Fighter EX2.
hyper great fighter 2 upper champion edition.
Upper winner. Turbo. Upper winner very fast.
Who's better looking, Tomas or Ken's portrait from Street Fighter EX2?
Ken's portrait
Alpha?
from Street Fighter EX2. You kidding me?
Hands down.
Oh my god, of course.
Here's Bryan Rathclark just wearing modern wrestling pants.
I mean, they look a lot like Kung Lao's pants. Who invited you? I did. This just sounds like wrestling.
So you know how I'm a couple seconds behind you now?
Yeah.
You lined up exactly with their dialogue when you said that.
He's just doing Hulk Hogan voice.
So Bryan Rathclark as Burly Citizen is an outworld warrior that they are sacrificing to this plan again to frame Tomas as opposed to frame Kung Lao. I don't know. It's just a little complicated. You were almost
They have
Shao
made it
Kahn.
needlessly complicated.
Yeah.
As they do with every single plan they've ever concocted for anything related to this at all.
Professional wrestler Bryan Rathclark doing pretty good in this fight scene.
I mean, thankfully there were writers.
I love that. Like, there's other wrestlers show up in this show. Like, I know there's one that shows up in a couple episodes in the spooky episode. But
The Skeleton Walls episode?
no, the Collie fighting tournament
Right.
with Jesse from Baywatch episode. You know, the zombie,
Yeah.
this Halloween special.
Yeah. The Halloween Horror Nights episode.
Yeah, but Brian Rath Clark's the only wrestler who gets like mentioned in the tagline of the episode.
He was a big enough deal at the time that they wanted to really sell it.
Yeah, he was huge. That was a total. You could tell how in the foreground Tomas was for that flip, because he was twice the size of Brian Clark, who's a foot taller than he is.
This is just a wrestling thing.
This is just
Not the move itself, but just keeping him up in the air for no reason.
Yeah. Well, you know, play to the strengths of the performers, right?
Wrath. Did that line up?
Hey, said the thing. No, it didn't.
Uh,
Yeah, we fucked
I'm
it
trying.
up. I fucked it up. Here it is. Here it is. Bam! Split nut kick. Punch. Split nut punch. You know what I'm saying. Classic Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Johnny Cage.
Oof. I know, but it came from Bloodsport.
Commercial ball.
Yeah.
In case you just
Paul.
missed this from the fight we just saw.
And you can watch a little bit of the fight again. Do we get the nut punch? Look at this Pex move right there. Did you see that? Jesus Christ.
Commercial's over, Paul.
Commercial is, in fact, over, Paul.
This is a legendary bait and switch, though.
This was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why she's wearing blue.
Vorpax goated. Remains goated. Dude, she's so good at lying. Shit's crazy.
Vorpax is goated. Yeah.
Yeah, people are put that in a fucking t-shirt.
Look at these. Some of these warrior women look like Kriya. Like, look at them.
Damn, where did the wrestler go? Fuck.
Where did the wrestler go?
Vince McMahon.
He's just like poorly crouching behind like a tree stump, but he's huge, so you can still see him. Right. All they had to do was they just had to bait Kung Lao out into the woods, which is an easy thing to do.
Yeah,
right?
why you could have just done this with Kung Lao. You don't need the
They
extra
could've.
guy.
The person they could have sent someone else from Outworld who they didn't have to send Vorpax, right?
You've invented a problem.
Do you think she wears blue because she's working for for Shao Kahn this time?
Yeah, that could be it.
And maybe she
Look
wears
at all,
black.
look at all
when
the
she's-
blue on this fucking set.
Yeah.
Oh, she gets to sit in the big chair.
Holy shit.
That's what the
This means
Cheers for
she's
Fears album is about.
This means she's emperor now.
Yeah,
she's won.
Could
the
you
Game of
imagine if that's how
Thrones.
that worked? Like she just like fucking quickening him when she sat in the chair.
She's like, it's mine now, bitch. Guards. And Silk Manning comes in and just beheads.
God,
Shao
you're
Kahn.
really jacked on this whole Silk Manning situation still. When he shows up, you're not going to say anything in that episode for like 35 minutes except for just like Silk Manning, Silk Manning, Silk Manning, Silk Manning, Silk Manning.
Well, I just watched the whole thing in silence.
This is our commentary. It's 14 minutes of talking about a drink. and then
42 minutes of silence.
did you even drink the drink earlier?
I'm drinking it.
You've been drinking it.
Yeah, I'll have another sip now. I don't remember if I talked about it when we were recording or not.
That's what
but
I'm saying because we teed it up like pretty significantly.
Well, I was already drinking it before we started recording. Anyway, it's Monster Juice, Energy Plus Juice, Aussie style lemonade, and it rules. Everybody.
Paul,
That's the
drink
drink
it.
bit.
The drink's for you, Paul.
Yeah, down there it's just sold as Monster Energy Plus Juice Lemonade.
Down there, it's just what Monster is. It just defaults to being that.
And it is turning me into one, that's for sure.
I do like how Sarah's just like, you're right. Evidence. It's crazy when it works like evidence. Like his whole argument is just like, how else would this work?
Where is the bracelet? Like, did Reptile steal the actual bracelet? Or is
No,
the bracelet...
Taja said they're cheap and they're like everywhere, so he probably just found like a similar one.
But wouldn't Tomasa still be like sitting on the nightstand or whatever?
He looked for it.
Right.
He couldn't find it. Yeah.
It feels like we missed something there.
I'm leaving. I'm sorry. You can come if you want.
She's not going anywhere, nor are you.
We're gonna walk to the next town. I have 2 weeks worth of insure to get us through the journey.
It will ensure that we make it.
Hey yo.
You hit the drum right as Kung Lao jumped on my screen.
I'm gonna have to leave it there. Also, a good fight here.
Yeah.
I wonder who did stunts for. It's probably not listed. Who did stunts for Tomas? I wonder if this guy did. He doesn't. Alexander Walters doesn't have an IMDb profile picture. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's about. But he doesn't have a bio or anything, so it's not also a legendary martial artist, you know?
Also king of the underworld. He's secretly
Guess who's... Dude, this is wild. Guess who is doubling for Tomas?
It's the... Yeah, I know. I recognized his face earlier, I think. It's...
JJ Perry.
Yeah. I can't remember
Chris
his name.
Usually doubles, or a lot of time doubles for Paolo Montalban. So this time it is Christopher Leps doubling for Paolo Montalban, uncredited.
Yeah, you can notice JJ Perry when Tomas is up against the tree in the other fight.
Okay. Yeah, wanted to get the answers. Sultan Udin in this one again, doing stunt fighting and stunts.
And stunting.
John Medlin, of course, our stunt coordinator for the show. John Medlin also, I believe, played Jimmy Cage in Federation of Martial Arts. Oh, the reptile reveal.
It is funny that everybody could see hey, it's the shot that we used for that fucking thing with Ben.
So
also,
flat.
I forgot how funny that shot is,
Jesus
where
Christ.
he jumps across get down, Mr. President, and he just gets acided in the face.
Right
when
in
it
the
looks like
fucking
it should have
face.
hit him in the torso. Oh god, that looks bad.
And Reptile got away, so Reptile did not get it in this one.
Also, it's funny. They all noticed Reptile while he was still invisible.
Sure, yeah.
So the invisibility kind of sucks ass then.
Yeah, it does. Honestly, it does. The effect is bad too. The effect is so flat in this one. You know?
It's not good.
Yeah. Tomas's face melted away, and that's a bummer. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have been so fucking suspicious, Kung Lao. Believe in the goodness of handsome men who want to help you fight in Mortal Kombat. Maybe they should learn to listen to Taja a little more, too.
This is just Raiden coping.
Yeah.
There's a difference between Taja wanting to believe and being right and you waiting a little bit longer and then thinking the same thing, but somehow it's different. What the fuck does he even mean?
What does he ever mean?
I get what he's saying about trying to be perfect will just make you miserable, but that doesn't really apply as well in the context of if only we had looked a little bit harder, he probably wouldn't have needed to get acid in the face in the first place.
Right. That's true.
We're going to interrupt this emotional scene to say the sentence, he's called Reptile.
He is called Reptile. I love this. Thousands of reptile men from Zatera.
And now anybody who saw this has heard of Zatera.
This, of course, the biggest change, right, between game canon and threshold canon is the existence of thousands of other reptile men from Zatera, as opposed to just the one in the games. Arguably two. And he's gone.
Commercial, Paul.
Commercial. If you want to see more of that Bryan Wrath Clark fight,
Good news.
have they played the whole fight now
basically
in the commercial bumpers?
Commercial's over.
I mean, it was a pretty epic fight. What? You didn't win, Shao Kahn.
Yeah, he is celebrating this a little much.
Yeah, he does. Doesn't he? Vorpax again, smartest one in the room.
It is weird for them to... I think it's because they spent 12 episodes trying to kill Kung Lao and it didn't work. So like, what if we killed, I don't know, just another guy?
Sure.
And
What
they're
if
like,
they're doing this?
Shao Kahn is just like, I need a win right now.
What if there's like a Fear the Walking Dead spin-off of Mortal Kombat Conquest where it's
I forgot
just
about that line.
it's like, I'm glad I talked over it, whatever it was then, where it's just like Shao Kahn and Shang Tsung and Quan Chi successfully killing other strong Earthrealm warriors.
Yeah.
And we just never see that. Like, what if they're taking out one a week? You know?
That's why
I'd watch
Raiden is so on his ass for the training. It's 'cause
That's why he's not always here, also, because he's busy failing to save other warriors.
it's a lot of dry grass around for that many fires.
Yeah, a little concerning, but maybe that's the goal.
It
Set
is
the whole
very
place
bizarre
on
to see
fire.
Taja talking about falling in love with Raiden because they like have basically never talked to
They
each other.
don't have conversations. They don't
They
have
don't-
heart-to-hearts ever.
They don't speak to each other.
But maybe this is it. Like, this is Raiden, like, this is our time.
Taja
This is our
getting
time
to act,
bond.
though, is pretty nice.
It is. Kristana Loken, a good actor.
People are saying this.
Yeah. Underutilized in Terminator 3. Just going to say it.
And also this show.
Also, Mortal Kombat Conquest. The end. This is a fun episode. I like this episode.
Yeah. That's television, baby.
Now we're watching Taja mourn the person that she just fell in love with who just died. And I'm like, what a fun episode.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Imagine having feelings and emotions.
But this is capping off, I think, our sort of trilogy there with the Kassar episode. Well, I guess the Melina episode counts. And this one, where like we saw like Ciro's old love interest, right, with Eva Mendes, and then we saw Kung Lao in his feelings with who he thought was Katana, and now Taja with Tomas. Like everyone's like had a little romantic. I don't know that I call the Kung Lao one romantic, but you know what I mean, like a love story, right?
Right.
I don't know, just fun, just a fun little capsule. And now we're gonna get into the shit, dude. We're like so close to the Kriya episodes and everything.
Yeah, it's about to pop off in a very strange way.
A very fun way, I think. What is the next episode of Conquest? Festival of Death is the next one. The spooky Halloween one is next.
So we'll be back in a month.
We're gonna do it, and then we're gonna do it again. We're gonna release it. Not do it again. We'll release it again on Halloween.
We'll do a second commentary.
But I'm gonna put spooky music underneath it.
Just like spooky, but like spooky by way of carnival, like the TMAO Halloween music.
Yeah, totally. Hook me up with that.
I'm gonna have to find that again.
Festival of Death, and then we have Serpent in the Ice after that. That's the Scorpion Sub-Zero one with a dumb name. And then Kriya, the Master.
And then we're getting dangerously close to everything going completely off the deep end.
Shit just pops off after that. Man. Maybe by then there'll be an announcement about Conquest Season 2. Although, with the way things are going over there at HBO Max, I'm feeling like, nope.
Well, I mean, they're making space to budget. They want all the tax write-offs to budget Mortal Kombat Conquest Season 2. Like, they want to take...
Montalban doesn't come cheap.
They want to take the Lord of the Rings of the Power of the Rings of the Lord of the Rings money and put it into Season 2 of Mortal Kombat Conquest.
Just really give us the show that we all deserve.
Reptile is going to be... They're going to actually genetically create Reptile for real.
But it's going to end up looking like Reptile from Mortal Kombat Rebirth, and no one's going to like it.
Yeah, but the fact that they had the money to really make a Reptile man is just like, wow.
He was born inside out, and now his skin is hard. Right? Legacy was not great. Was it?
I was born with the boxcar children, and my skin turned to train. Now I look like this, and all I feel is pain. I'm Reptile. My skin is made of train. Sounds like this
Movie.
has
A reptile dysfunction.
This is the story of a girl.
Corey, let's get out of here. I like this episode of Conquest. It was fun.
If you want even more of this, how about you go to mortalkombatconquest.ca?
MortalKombatConquest.ca. You can find all of our other projects. Let's do a little rundown here. You've got They Made Another One, movie sequels, reboots, and remakes, right? You've got Strat 2. It's about racing cars.
Yeah, it's specifically about Formula One.
F1 World Grand Prix on the Sega Genesis.
Why? I'm looking at our website, mortalkombatconquest.ca. Why do my two podcasts both say a podcast on Anchor and yours don't?
Because I embedded from Anchor.
Oh, so it just forces it to say that?
Yeah, and then I embedded mine from Transistor. Sorry, man. And then I have Crew Expendable, podcast about the Alien media franchise, movies, comics, books, video games, etc. MortalKombatConquest.ca. You can find all our stuff. Still funny.
Okay, before we go, I want to do one quick thing. Round 13.
No.
Oh, fuck!
No. Fuck. We lost him.